Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Gisele Grenier here. In this video, I'm going to be doing just a product demonstration. I've been going through a week of experiments using 2 and 3 tone metallics, mixing chalk paint and all this stuff. And then I got a couple of emails from people saying, well, what are the differences between the different metallic paints? So what I'm going to do is I grabbed everything I had with rose gold because it was my favorite, and I've got everything. Actually, it's not true. Copper is my favorite, but rose gold I have in everything. So I thought what I would do is I would kind of show everything. So I'll go down the table to what I have here, and excuse the paint on my hands. I was doing stuff. So what I have is a Decawart Metallics Rose Gold, Decawart Matte Metallics Extreme Sheen, the American Core Texture Dimensional Metallic Paint, and the Metallic Luster. So I just want to show you the differences, because with everything it comes down to, you know, do you really want to invest in a product that you've never tried? So this one I'm going to show you, and then you can decide whether or not you want to try it. And this requires a lot. Metallics require a lot of shaking. A lot of shaking. And yes, could have done this ahead of time, but it doesn't matter. You still have to shake. With all of these, they dry relatively fast, with the exception of the American I don't know why I can't say that name. The Americana Core Texture Dimensional Metallic Paint. I'm trouble saying that. That one takes the longest to dry. So let's work first with this one. So I'll put a little bit here. And I'll take my brush. So this is the Dazzling Metallics. So just to show you a dry brush, and just to show you the coverage, how far it can go. And this is, now I don't know about all of the Dazzling Metallics. It's not all of them, but this particular one coat coverage. And it's stunning. Oh. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get another brush. I'm going to do everything with a dry brush. I hope I have enough brushes. So that's this one here. All right, so now we're going to go to the Flat Metallics. This is their new line. Again, with these requires a lot of shaking because you got to mix the pigment, the metallic pigment, in with the binder. Okay, again, pretty good with the not quite one coat coverage. I don't think I may have not mixed it enough. I don't know. So that's this one, Matte Metallic. So we'll wait to see when it's all dry. Oh, God. Oh. You know okay. If you're under 18, cover your ears. Do you know the problem with shaking paint on camera? The good thing that is you're only seeing this is that the boobs shake back and forth when you're shaking the paint. Now I could just picture unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. You guys know the way I am. So this is the Extreme Sheen. This is also new from Decawart. One coat coverage. Now that's just one coat coverage for me in my environment. So right now I've got a humidifier at 50% power. Studio 1, 2, 3, 4 studio lights on. But it's minus 24 outside Celsius, so you got to take the furnace into consideration. So that's the Extreme Sheen. So now let's do this one. And I did a bunch of videos using the texture paint, so you'll be able to see that. Now I'm going to apply that with a brush, just so you can see how thick it is. So see how you should be able to see that. How you put it on is how it's going to dry. But if you put it on really thick, it's going to take a long time to dry. So what I've been doing with these is basically through stencils. But you can do, you know, you can take this and then you can draw on it. You can take texture plates, put it on. Oh, don't get paint on my face. But you can do a lot with it. So you can stamp in it. So if you're going to stamp in it, make sure you clean your stamps right away. And then the wax metallics. I've used this so much. And you can use a I use a little kitchen wipe for this. You can use a cosmetic sponge. Now with this one here, it's actually not too bad. It's nice and it's like a paste. If it happens to dry out, which it will, all you have to do is spray a little bit of distilled water in there, let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then mix it up, and it'll be fine. So that's... Now this is also unprimed paper. Let me try to do that again. There we go. So with the wax metallics, you put it on. Okay. Then you get a clean dry cloth and you buff it. And look at that shine. Like wax on, wax off. You buff it and it gets so shiny. Look at that. So you can tell here now, you can see some of the paper showing through. So it looked like one coat coverage when it was wet, but not so much. But there's the differences. Now, the camera's not picking it up. It's just not, so I'm just looking at the shine. I'm going to go with another coat of paint. It's all dry. I'm going to go with another coat of paint, and I'm going to use... I'm just going to rinse out the brushes because I don't have anything left. They're all... Oh my goodness, they're all wet. They're damp, so I just blotted them. Yeah, so it looks like one coat coverage when it's wet. Then if you're going to use a damp brush, you got to make sure that your brush is blotted dry. You don't want the paint to get all soupy. Where's my paper towels? Ooh. Pick up the excess and then come back. Okay. And then what I'll do is on my blog, I'll have... Oh, gotta hold the girls together while I shake. I'm gonna put this on the blog, the actual piece I'm working on here, just so you can see. The unfortunate thing is the camera just doesn't pick up all the nuances of the shine. That's the matte metallics, yeah. Thought I messed that up. Okay. And then I'm going to go back with the Extreme Sheen. The Extreme Sheen was fine. That didn't need 2 coats, but might as well be consistent with the demonstration. I love this. Oh my God. Here we go. So, what I've also noticed is that the rose gold in the Dazzling Metallics is not quite as rich as this one here, but there you are. So I'm going to take a heat gun to this just to see what happens with that. So in looking at this, this is kind of a bit more of a satin finish, but you can see, I mean, it's really hard on camera to really get the full appreciation of everything. And even now I can see I would need another coat of paint on that. So yeah, wet. Looked like it was 1 coat coverage, or I just didn't mix it enough. But either way, you get the idea from the shine there. This is like, you can't even tell. It's just so smooth, and that's going to dry exactly the way it is. So with the experiments I've been doing the past few weeks, whenever you've seen this video, I've been combining a lot of the metallics. There's another video I'm going to be doing. I did one, it wasn't really a fail because I'm not quite sure what went wrong. So I'm going to be doing another one, and I'm going to be using the Matte Metallics Extreme Sheen and the texture paint. And I'm going to be adding chalk medium to the Matte Metallics and mix it up really, really, really well, because I'm not sure if the paint has separated or whatever, to get a 3-tone layer with stenciling. So as a prototype for a metal piece that I'm working on. All right, so there you go. So there's some examples of the different finishes, and it's it's hard to see. I would say this one's the most matte, then this one's the shiniest, and then you've got the texture, and this one's like super shiny. So there you are. Love the color. Alrighty, so let me know what you think. Give me some ideas of what you've used for metallic paint, the different types of paints. Anything you've noticed with the paint, something where you've been using it and something didn't work out, or something worked out that you didn't expect. And don't forget to share the brand. That way, if whoever's watching has the same brand, they can be aware of your tips and techniques as well. So please share that. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if you found it educational. Thumbs down if you didn't, but let me know with a thumbs down why you didn't enjoy it. That way I can make the videos better for you next time. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you won't miss out on any of the upcoming experiments, what I've been doing lately. All right, I'm going to clean up and I'm going to prepare for the next demonstration. So until I see you in that video, stay inspired.